Every day your brain works. It burns fuel. It fires trillions of signals. And like every hard-working organ in your body, it makes waste as it goes.
But hidden inside your skull is a problem your body seems to have never quite solved.
Every other organ you own has a lymphatic system, a private drainage network that quietly carries waste away and flushes it out. Your liver has one. Your lungs have one. Even your skin has one.
Your brain does not.
Cut open the tissue and look closely. There are no lymphatic vessels inside your skull. None at all. For more than a century, this was one of the strangest unanswered questions in the entire human body.
If your brain works this hard every single day and makes waste as it goes, where does all of it go?
For 100 years, nobody could really answer that. The trash truck, it seemed, never came. Long before anyone ever opened a skull, looking for an answer, a much older tradition made a strange, oddly specific claim about sleep. In Ayurveda, the sister science of yoga, there is a practice called vamakukshi. It simply means lying down on your left side. The ancient physicians who wrote it down, in texts like the Ashtanga Hridayam, insisted that the position of your body at night genuinely mattered.
Not your back, not your right side, your left.
They believed the body cleared and restored itself best while resting this exact way. They could not explain why. They only insisted, generation after generation, that it worked. For centuries, this looked like nothing more than an old household habit, quietly passed down, without any reason attached to it.
It would take one of the strangest discoveries in modern neuroscience to finally explain why they may have been right all along.
In 2012, a neuroscientist named Maiken Nedergaard at the University of Rochester found something that centuries of anatomists had somehow missed. The brain does have a drainage system after all. It had simply been hiding, built differently from anywhere else in the body. Instead of the vessel network used everywhere else, it uses a set of narrow channels running alongside blood vessels, carrying fluid deep into brain tissue. That fluid is called cerebrospinal fluid, the clear liquid that already cushions your brain and spinal cord. It flows in, washes through the tissue, and carries the waste back out again. Nedergaard named this hidden system the glymphatic system. Glial, for the brain's support cells that build it. Lymphatic, for the draining work it quietly performs.
A second secret plumbing system built directly into the architecture of your own brain.
And it had been sitting there, unnoticed, through the entire recorded history of medicine.
But here is where the story turns strange.
This drain does not run all day. In 2013, in the journal Science, Nedergaard's team published something remarkable. They found that the space between your brain cells, what scientists call the interstitial space, physically grows during sleep by as much as 60%.
60% wider every single night.
Your brain tissue loosening itself just enough to let fluid finally pass through. During the day, while you think, work, and move through your life, that space narrows. The channel stays mostly closed. It is only in deep sleep, the heavy, slow-wave sleep of the first hours of the night, that the drain truly opens. And what gets washed out is not trivial. Waste that built up all day gets carried away, including a sticky protein called beta amyloid.
That is the very same protein found clumped and tangled in the brains of people with Alzheimer's disease.
Your brain, quite literally, cleans itself while you sleep.
Not metaphorically, physically, every single night, if you let it.
Then, in 2015, the story turned stranger still.
Researchers Hidok Lee and Helene Benveniste, working again with Nedergaard's team, asked a new question. Does the position of your body change how well this drain works?
Using live brain imaging, they tracked how efficiently waste was cleared in different sleeping postures. Lying on the back moved the least. Lying on the stomach moved only a little more, but lying on the side outperformed both by a wide margin. Side sleeping cleared waste out of the brain more efficiently than any other position they tested, which means the posture of your body while you sleep may quietly decide how well your brain empties itself night after night. Now think back to that old instruction, the one with no explanation attached.
Sleep on your side. Sleep, if you can, on your left. Thousands of years before anyone could see a single glial cell, before anyone had scanned a sleeping brain, an ancient discipline pointed, almost by instinct, at exactly this door.
It had no microscope. It only had centuries of quiet observation. No one is claiming the ancients understood neuroscience. They didn't have the words for it. And they certainly didn't have the instruments. But it is hard to ignore how often old observation and new evidence end up standing at exactly the same door. Think about how a poor night of sleep actually feels the next morning.
The fog behind your eyes, the slowness in your thinking, the sense that something in your head simply has not been emptied.
That feeling may be closer to the truth than we realized. If your brain's cleaning cycle depends on deep sleep, then whatever protects your deep sleep protects that cleaning. And if your posture while you sleep can help or hinder that flow, then something as ordinary as which way you lie down becomes quietly important. This has nothing to do with effort or willpower. It happens on its own, every single night. As long as you give your brain the deep sleep it needs, in a position that lets the fluid move freely.
So here is something simple to carry into tonight.
As you lie down to sleep, try turning onto your side, rather than lying flat on your back. If you want to follow the old instruction exactly, let that side be your left.
Before you drift off, take a few slow, unhurried breaths and let your whole body soften into the mattress beneath you.
This alone will not force the glymphatic system open. Only deep, uninterrupted sleep can do that, but it may remove one small obstacle between you and the kind of sleep your brain has been waiting for. Give the room a little more darkness. Give the night a little more quiet. Give yourself simply more time.
Because somewhere in the dark, hours from now, your brain will begin to wash itself clean.
A drain older than modern medicine, quietly doing the work no one even knew existed until a few years ago. Every day, your brain works, burns fuel, and makes waste. The way every hard-working organ does. You once thought it had nowhere to send that waste.
Now you know better.
Somewhere beneath your thoughts tonight, a hidden system will open, exactly as it has every night of your life, whether you noticed it or not.
Turn onto your side. Let your breath slow. And let the drain that has been waiting inside you quietly your entire life finally open.